everyone, it's Jax here from The Life of Jax. It's been a while, it's been a month. Sorry. A month. Where did I go? I took a break. Because, one, it was September last month. It's now October. Today is October 1st. I am filming this on October 1st, so this video will be up tomorrow for part 1 of the vacation vlogs. I'm explaining the first part of my vacation, like the start of it, of how it was the first day being in Florida or going to Florida. The whole part 2 on the vacation vlogs is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be in a few days or so. My uploads are going to be a little bit different compared to what I had over the summer, which was still not much, but it was still, I had videos going at the time too. But yeah, sorry about this being late. So part 2 is more going to be about what I did. It's not much of what, I kind of did, but it's still something. So anyway, let's get on with part 1 right here, right now. So in the part 1 here, in the vlog, I'm pretty much just going to talk to you the whole way because I have no footage whatsoever of day 1, because day 1 was a nightmare. So let's start off with our airport. So we were at the airport late. We didn't get there till like 9ish at least, or sooner or whatever. But the thing was like, when we got out of the airport, we had a prepaid card because we were in Florida. That's the vacation vlog. We were in Florida, Orlando, Florida. It's a common place, of course. Everybody most knows that. If you haven't been there, I'm sorry for you not being there, which is really sad. And not everybody can experience that. I had a few friends I talked to, and they're like, "Oh, I never been there." I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." But yeah, like on the first day, so we got off the plane, right? We had a lot of time. We had to wait like an hour or so for our car, but we were waiting there longer than an hour for our car because there is a huge crap line going zigzag. So pretty much we were stuck in that line for 2.5 hours. And when we finally got to the front, we, of course, as I said, prepaid the car. So we already had papers of it saying, here's all that. Give us the car, or give us the keys and tell us where the car is and everything like that. And the rentals at the airport, it's hectic. And we were, the company we use for the car, which I'm going to explain now, is Budget. Most people don't take Budget, but I'm saying now, if we didn't prepay this car, we could have went to a different company instead of Budget, because Budget was ridiculous with playing us and all of us in the whole entire line waiting for hours. And this was like 2.5 hours when we got off after we were off the plane and we were still in Orlando. So when we got to the desk, as I said, the company was Budget. We went to this one guy that, of course, was open. And we gave him the papers. We did all our IDs and whatever. Not mine, my dad's. And what happened was, they're like, "Oh, we don't have this car no more," or something like that. They are. I don't know what it was again, really, what they kind of said exactly, but they said something about the car was not they don't have it no more, or that date and all that stuff, or whatever the year that car was in and everything. So we're like, okay, whatever. So just give us a different car. We don't care, whatever car we can get, so we can get out of here. And I'll have more of an explanation of why we want to get out of there anyway. Not also because we've been stuck there for 2 hours, but so anyways, the guy's like, okay. He looks up for a different car for us, right? And he's like, "Okay, I have your new car." And we're like, "Good." And he's like, "That'll be $2 million. What? So this was ridiculous. So this guy was literally asking for us to pay $2 million when we just prepaid this one car that they don't have no more or something, or they're not ready or whatever it is, the thing they said. And now they're trying to give us a different car that is old. I don't know if it was old or new. It was one of those two. But, he's trying to scam us. So we're like, you're kidding me. No. My dad was furious when he said that. He's like, $2 million? I paid for this car already, and you're not going to give me a car that is like this? And we said the minimal. So, which is like the less money as we can, less of everything, kind of. I don't know what he meant and what on that. I just know it's less, the least of something of, for the car or whatever, like the least money we can pay for it and all this gas and all the whatever. A lot of stuff I don't know yet, but anyway. Oh, my dad was furious. So my dad was like, kind of yelling at him a bit, and the guy's like, okay, sir, we'll try to figure it out. It was like 11 o'clock at night. That's how ridiculous this was. So then they're like, okay, we'll find the minimal. Because my dad was really angry. He was saying that if you don't find us a car or whatever, and all this and that stuff, and you're wasting everybody's people in the line, time for trying to scam us and everything. So he said minimal time, numerous times. And, yeah, he was, the guy there was stupid. There was like a few other people, like very few people. And it was ridiculous. So then he gave us a newer car. We're like, we don't care, just give us a newer car. Don't give us an SUV, which they did. They gave us a smaller car. I don't know what it's called because I'm not a car expert. But it's like a newer kind of, as said, newer technology car. And so, and it was the minimal, like a smaller amount, but yet we got a brand new kind of new year car. I don't know. It's a better, it's not like an old car, because my dad wanted like an old car from the 19 somethings maybe, something simple like that, or in the like 2000s or around there. And pretty much this guy gave us something else, which is fine, and it's around the same price range. That is the same price range as what the original car we were supposed to get anyway, so it worked out on that part. Finished that part right there with complaining to the guy. So that was one problem we had that night waiting. So okay, so we're going to the garage, we're getting our car and everything. We find the car. My dad's like, where the hell's the keys? And we don't have keys. It's like right above the mirrors, when you pull it down when the sun gets in your eyes. For some people, it doesn't work for most, like if you're tiny like me. Yeah, so that was ridiculous. And it had like lock and unlock on the keys, even though it wasn't keys, because it was a press start button car, which is like ridiculous, because my dad's like, somebody's gonna rob this car any minute. Pretty much. And anyway, that was ridiculous. He had a little few second little complaint about that problem. And so then we were trying to pull out of here, right? And we were driving, getting to like finding the exit at least. And we had to go to these, I can't think of it, but these poles, these little stands where they check the cars and stuff, the rental cars, the dates and all this and that, and when you're going to bring them back, and whatever else you need to ask questions about before you leave with the rental cars. Because then after that, it's your fault, whatever happens, because you signed contracts on it and everything. So when we got to that, we were in a line. There was 2 cars in front of us. One of them was already at one pole, and there's 2 stands. This one was open, which is with the 2 cars and us right back here. So I'm gonna change the perspective. First row, 2 cars. The one's already near the pole. The other one's right here waiting, and we're behind them. Now I'm gonna switch back this way. So then, this is the one section I was talking about that we're all on. The free cars are over here. So then, this pole opens, this stand, whatever, opens. So then, the second guy behind the first guy that is already in the pole, so this guy is already in the pole. He's not going to move toll, whatever. You know what I mean. So the guy behind him tries to turn out and go to this one over here. And, this was like, a big conflict thing after what my dad did. I didn't complain about it. I'm like, we want to get out of here too, as much as this guy was probably hard enough to get his car as much as ours for a rental. So when the second guy tries to back up a bit and try to turn that way, my dad behind the second guy, so we're over here with the third person, we went around him before he got to the second pole, and we went to the second pole. And so we were fine for a second, like maybe 5 seconds at least. So the lady comes and is like, hello, how you doing? Yeah, we're alright, we just want to get out of here. And then out of nowhere, when I'm looking at the lady, so this is the windows of my dad over here, let's just say. And there was this guy, he was like poking my dad's shoulder, saying, hey buddy, you didn't see me there, eh? Huh? So it was like, and my dad's like, yeah, okay. And the guy's like, come out, come fight me, da-da-da-da-da-da. And my dad's like, yeah, you're a rock star. Because my dad's like, he knows how to fight. He's a good fighter. But he doesn't throw first punches. First punches are the worst. And then that's when a lot of stuff happens. But this guy was like, literally stabbing my dad's shoulder with his hand. And the lady, I feel bad for the lady so bad. She's at the lady that works at the pole. She kept, moving back and forth. She was like going towards us before, and then when the guy came, she moved back out of the way back into her pole. And then when the guy tries to walk away, my dad tries to turn around and look behind the car, the window. He sees the guy all the way back there, and the lady comes back over here again, closer to us, and the guy comes back out, she moves back again. It's like, what the hell is going on? What is going on tonight? So, after, a minute of ignorant people being rude and us kind of staying quiet, me and Leon were, a little shooked. I was really shooked, really shaken up real badly after. But, after we did that, we got the paperwork done. This guy's left us alone, I said, a minute later, and we finally, got out of there. So I had to search up, where to go without running into any tolls because we were trying not to pay money on vacation. And there is a thing in the middle of the car that says you can turn on Easy Pass and off. It was in the middle, which was neutral, which is you guys select it. So I switched it off already. So we don't use Easy Pass because also they charge you, which is ridiculous for that. That's I know I can understand, but it's still ridiculous how much you're spending on a car. And with Easy Pass, it's no. So I found some. I was on my map. I was navigating the whole way for my dad to get to our hotel. Now I'm gonna explain to you why we're at a hotel. So I found some. I was on my map. I was navigating the whole way for my dad to get to our hotel. Now I'm going to explain to you why we're at a hotel. Don't really exactly know why we're at a hotel. And if you guys been on my channel for a previous while, my family has a little condo in Florida, a little house down there for vacation. We rent out to sometimes if anybody, wanted to go on vacation down there. So my grandmother, she runs it most of the time. My grandfather doesn't anymore. Stuff. But, so now it's just my grandmother running it. And she had people there on the last day, was the day we were just flying in, when we were supposed to have the house that day. So we didn't get the house that day, and night, so, we had to wait till the next day, which is 10 a.m., that the next family has to immediately leave. If it's not after 10, then stuff will happen. I don't know exactly. All I know is you gotta leave the house before 10 o'clock, and because the ladies, the cleaning ladies have to come there and clean it and everything. So anyway, we had to go to an hotel, right? It wasn't that far. It was across from Old Town, so like a few 2 blocks from Old Town, like right in front of us or whatever on the highway and everything. So we go to we were looking for somewhere to eat for dinner because we were starving in that line for a car and everything, and having a little trouble with everybody attacking us almost. Don't worry, we didn't hit nobody. Trust me. So we all agreed, okay, McDonald's is like right over here, so we might as well just, drive over there. It's like around the corner near the behind, in front of the hotel. So we went there, and there was machines, like new machines, like these electronic machines, which we were so confused. And it took a bit for us to get our food. My dad was annoyed with that, and by the time we got back to the hotel again after finishing eating, it was like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. when we finally got to there to sleep. And we settled in and everything. Jeez, what a night, people. That's all I can say. It's like one night and crazy. So yeah, that was part 1 of the vacation vlogs here. Make sure you like, comment down below how you feel about this. Have you ever experienced something like this before on your vacation, like a little problem before? And subscribe, because if you subscribe, you'll get more content of me. I will have part 2 up right away soon. Not the next day, probably like in 2 days. Let's say 2 days for now. Because I have that already finished. So I just have to edit this one, and this will be uploaded hopefully tomorrow. I said October 2nd. And then I can continue off my other vlogs, which I don't know if I'm going to change the scheduled days yet or what. But I got to figure that out. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Jax here from The Life of Jax. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.